being elevated to a job like that, a taxpayer-funded job where you make huge decisions that affect people, should be
Alrighty.
and then if they pass that and people feel good about it, then you can vote for them. But that's just not the
My
world.
guest is late.
And I think, when all of Trump's nominees
So if I start this, he'll show up.
it was a sign that
It's not really late.
the Republicans are
They
going
said
to rubber
here in a
stamp
minute.
essentially
Now it's
whatever
like
he
20
would like to
minutes
see
ago.
happen. And the tariffs have only been further proof of that. I was talking to Pat Toomey, the former senator of Pennsylvania, big fiscal hawk, and I said, do you think that Congress should be doing more on the tariffs? And this is technically their job as delegates. And he said yes, that he was surprised that Congress hasn't played. And yeah, so I mean, it's just you're seeing that play out. So I agree with you that I don't think that there's going to be that they're not going to die on the hill of this signature domestic policy bill,
or really any hill. I don't know that there's a hill that they can, because I think they believe, it's such an interesting thing, because what came first? Most of these people, look, J.D. Vance was not the J.D. Vance that we see now. They all were like, this guy's Hitler, and now they're like, he's the greatest. I'm going to put him, every morning I cut out a toast in his visage, and I toast him and butter him and eat him. I think
that was quite the picture you just painted there.
Thank you so much, and I think it is what happens. But, at first they do it because it's politically expedient, but then I think they become it. And I wonder how hard it's going to be to unwind it when they no longer have the power of Trump's mass and gravity holding that together, because I don't know that there's a consistent principle underlying any of it that I can point to. It seems awfully disjointed.
Yeah, and it is singular to Trump. I mean, he has a special political pull that
right.
It's hard to see any other politician who's been able to do what he does. And you see people in his orbit who try to emulate it, and they often do not get away with it in the way that he does. I mean, people around him will acknowledge this and whatnot. And I think the other part of it is like intellectual consistency, like the TikTok bill. It was a bipartisan bill.
Sure.
All of these Republicans and Democrats passed it. And then now that they want to continue the extension of basically the grace period for it, there's only really one Republican that has been coming out on this. It's Tom Cotton, who has said, this is not what we voted for and not what we all passed as a congressional body that was signed into law by the president.
Right. And it was because one of the owners of TikTok, I guess, became a huge campaign contributor.
Yeah, and it's a huge. I mean, they had one of the most successful lobbying campaigns, which is saying a lot in Washington. And so, yeah, I think you see things like that happen. I think the question as reporters is, how do we make sure that is something we always question people on, or that we always bring up? One thing that we try to do, if we have had someone on who was an election denier or didn't vote to certify the results, if they're coming on the show for the first time, it doesn't matter if it's in the news cycle, we'll still bring it up and ask them about it. Because I think that you can't just move on from things and then never, because enough time has passed, you don't ever bring it up again or talk about it.
When I think you're at your best, and I think you're at your best a lot, it's when I see you litigating the boundaries of our shared reality and doing it with, I'm not saying ideologically, I mean sort of dispassionately, but that's when I feel like, do you see your job in some regard as that, a kind of a litigator for what the boundaries of our reality are authentically?
Yeah, I think in the moment of, you can be on a different side politically of an issue or have a different view than Elizabeth Warren does of, Mark Wayne Mullin, a Republican senator, two wildly different views. They're allowed to have those views. They're Democrats, they're Republicans. People voted for them. But I think when you start saying things that just aren't true or don't align with what's real, that's where, instead of just saying, well, that's their opinion, it's there's things that are not opinions. There are things that can be tested and disputed and are just not true. And I think that you have to, we always try to bring the interviews back to that, in terms of, it's not an opinion about the election being stolen. The election wasn't stolen. And so you can keep saying that, but we're going to say, well, that's just not true. I mean, that's not a brave stance, I don't think. That's just reality.
Right. But litigating that reality.
Alexa, pause. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Hi, this is actually calling from Government Vacation Awards. Just calling about your free travel membership with us since you still have the $250 available on your account. So they have an upcoming travel plan so you can use this credit.
Oh, caller, you're on the Daily Dose of Dawn. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for asking, sir. How are you?
I am wonderful here. What'd you like to talk about?
Yes. I'm calling about the $250 savings credit available on your account. So can you still recall when you sign up on our website? It's golfvacationrewards.com.
Yeah, I think I remember clicking on that once.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, by the way, when you sign up with us, you receive the 250 credit, where you can use to book for a car rental, cruise, hotel, resort, gift cards, and even gift cards. So, do you have any upcoming travel plans so you can use this?
Not currently. At least not that isn't already booked.
Hmm. Oh, that's okay, sir. Since you don't need to book anything right now, this savings credit will be valid for 50 years. Okay, so this is
Alright.
a dollar for dollar transaction.
Boy, I
So,
sure got a lot of time to use
you
that
will be
then.
yes. So the reason for this call today is we will be adding an additional $500 on it. So that will be a total of 750. But this 500 will only be valid for 1 year. Okay.
Alright.
So before adding those, I just need to confirm a few more details. So your email was still active. The trust. So, lavi at
Mm-hmm.
gmail.com.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So if you try to sign up or log in at Gov, that's GOV, vacationrewards.com, under My Benefits, you can see all the savings credit that you have there, okay?
Alright.
So, mhm. Okay. So, before adding those additional for free, the additional $500, I just need to ask a few more travel related questions. So, how many times do you usually travel in a year?
Twice.
Oh, twice a year. So where do you usually go, sir? Is it international or domestic?
I tend to like to go on cruises.
Oh, nice cruises. Okay, I also want to go on a cruise, but it's too expensive.
Mm.
Okay, but here on our website, you can see you can use the $750 savings credit to have a big discount on cruises. So, you said twice a year you love to go on a cruise. How about for next year? Do you have any plans on doing or going on a cruise or traveling anywhere?
Yep, next February I am going on a cruise with Jay and Silent Bob to Mexico.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Okay, did you already book your cruise or not yet?
Already booked.
Ah, already booked. Oh, that's fine. It's okay. Since this savings credit will be valid, the additional valid, it will be valid for 1 year. Okay, so you travel twice a year and you also go on a cruises. How about for a domestic travel, sir? Um, where do you usually go?
Um, Not super far, but Myrtle Beach was the last one, and Vegas is the next.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Vegas. That's nice. Okay, sir. Actually, I think this is all that to add this additional 500 savings credit. So if you have time later, try to log into your account so you can see the 750 savings credit available on your account. Okay?
Alright.
And before adding those, by the way, sir, I need you to stay on the line so I can ask my account manager to add those right away. Just refresh the page and then you will see the additional 500. So I'll ask my account manager to add those right now. Can you please stay on the line for a minute or two and I'll get back to you. Please don't
Sure.
drop the call.
Alrighty.
Okay. Okay, just wait. Okay, I'll be back.
Alright. that you, Brian? Damn it. Come in. I can't pause this. Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, Donald. Thank you so much for waiting on the line. So I have my help.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, how are you doing today?
All right.
Okay. You don't say that.
There's a guy at the door that I'm texting to tell to come in.
Okay. Well, no, and you're military, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What branch and how many years did you serve?
3 years in the army.
Okay. Well, first, I just want to say thank you. I'm a military brat, so it means a lot to me what you did. So I appreciate that very much.
All right.
Now, let's see here. How often would you say you get a chance to travel each year?
Probably twice.
Twice? Okay, cool. And who has the privilege of traveling with you? I mean, are you married? Do you travel with kids?
Usually with a friend. You piece of shit. Usually with a friend.
Okay, awesome. Perfect. And then, if you were to pick, like, I don't know, 3 places that you'd like to go to first inside the United States. Like, you're in New York right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where would you want to go? I mean, is Florida...
Alrighty there, I'm done fucking with them.
Awesome. I didn't know what that was. I thought it was some kind of...
I usually, if I get a random number while I'm recording, which I am right now, by the way, but
nice.
you know, basically, I'll like try to, if it's a scammer, I'll try to fuck with them. Gotta get this just as one more race there, you know. Gotta get the videos of all the Grand Prix out.
I'm just here paying the toll.
Yes. I was gonna say, why are you making my cat cry so much?
The attention tax.
He's part puppy. He does not ignore you.
Like, hi human. Oh, cool. So this is the new,
This is the Switch.
oh yeah.
The controllers are far superior. Far superior. I will give them that.
Yeah. See, it's got these 2 other buttons under here. That's a new addition to muscle memory, using these fingers to hit buttons down here now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're optional though, right? Like they can be mapped to stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure there's button mapping somewhere on there.
No shit.
I slowly started to venture into PC gaming and then gave up because that was way too complicated for me.
Feels good. Buttons got good,
Yeah.
good feel to them.
Yeah, hey, we are aware that you are here.
He's like, just want to let you know I exist, Dad. I'm here.
I cannot pause this game. Pause. Wow, what the hell is it? Wow, oh shit. Alright, I'm not supposed to run head first into that fucking thing, apparently.
Meow. Boop.
Yeah, he's not gonna feed you either.
He's like, your finger smells like chicken. Put a spicy chicken sandwich on the way here. From Stewart's. I'm just like, oh, food. So when this come in today?
Yep.
Nice.
Just started this morning. I wasn't super surprised, but a little bit. It was me and 2 other people that were there at 6 a.m. to get it.
Where at?
At Walmart.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I don't think many people knew that Walmart was getting them in, though. I think most people kind of figured they were probably already pre-ordered or something.
That's what I thought. I didn't think they were getting any in. I thought it was like a pre-order thing.
Yeah, well, that's what GameStop was, and I drove by them at like 11 o'clock last night just for shits and giggles, and I was like, oh, man, them
Anybody
people,
there?
they're obviously all pre-ordered because there's only like 5 people.
Wow. Launches aren't what they used to be. Damn.
Shit, if I already paid and pre-ordered, I wouldn't be there till like midnight anyways.
Yeah. Back in the day, they were like a big deal. Game launches and midnight releases and stuff. But I mean, with like downloads and the internet and all that now, it's kind of.
I was just thinking about that. I'm like, like, oh yeah, like the last Grand Theft Auto launch in 2013.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Waited so long for that sequel.
It's amazing that it has changed so much since then.
Be like, Dad, can you tell me wow, the next game's finally coming out. Grandpa, can you tell me a story about the last game?
It's not even that
It
hard.
was 50 years ago.
Yeah, fuck George and Chuck. He's got third.
Played online?
This is just the Grand Prix. We gotta make a video of all of the Grand Prix and put that on the page.
Oh, there you go.
In case anybody wants to see the Grand Prix because they can't get a Switch 2. Because they suck.
They suck.
Yeah. Hey, look at that. 200 coins. I've unlocked a new vehicle.